Hello everyone, this is Rifat Ahammed before you, and today I'm gonna talk about world's famous Bangladeshi bass guitar player Sadhu Salim Khalid Sumon. Sumon was born in 1973 and his musical career started very young age of his life. When he was 7, he started playing his first Hawaiian guitar. But back then he wanted to play Spanish guitar, but he couldn't able to purchase it. So as a result, he bought a Hawaiian guitar and turned it into Spanish guitar. When he was very young, one day he was watching a TV show of Iron Maiden, and while watching it, he saw Steve Harris for the first time, who is actually the bass guitarist and the founding member of Iron Maiden. So he was very inspired by the person, and he also wanted to be like him. So at the age of 15, he started to play bass guitar, and he improved it so well within a very short period of time. When he was 17, he first joined with very famous Bangladeshi band named Feelings that time, where he could play bass guitar with very famous rock star James. And at the age of 19, he already played with 11 separate bands. That was very much amazing for any kinds of musical person in that time. So Sumon produced his first solo album that named Sumon Orthohin. And after that, he joined with very famous Bangladeshi band Warface and played as a bass guitar player. And after that, he left the band and formed his own band named Orthohin, which has basically a lot of genre of their own. They played various kinds of songs, like they did heavy metal songs, they did hard rock, they did rock, they did soft rock, punk rock, everything. So for that, every kinds of listener who have a separate taste from each other, they all started to love Sumon and Orthohin, and they all get their taste in those musics. And by playing different kinds of solos in bass, his playing technique is very much appreciated to all over the world, and day after day he was being famous in all over the world. So Sumon, after starting his career at Orthohin, he produces a lot of albums, a lot of songs, and he did a lot of solo albums too. He was also inspired by a very famous singer-songwriter, John Denver. And when he heard about the death news of John Denver, he was very upset, and he tried to do something for John Denver because he inspired him a lot. So he created a solo album by translating John Denver's songs in Bangla. That album's name was Megher Deshe. Sumon did a lot of works, and Sumon pulled a whole generation and gives a new music taste to every people in this 20th generation back from 90s generation.
রাতের আকাশ ভরা তারা হয়তো বা চলে যাবে, ভাগ্য হয়ে আমি সুতারা শীতের সকাল।
And nowadays, if you ask any Bangladeshi about Orthohin, about Sumon, you can find a lot of fans, and there is a ranking where Sumon secured #1 bass player all over the world, #1 slap bassist player. So Sumon is very well known and very much familiar and very famous for his grooves and techniques in bass, and he contributed a lot to build our music industry and that much strong. And that's all. Thank you.
গানের সুর তুমি তো দিয়েছিলে মোরে কৃষ্ণ চূড়া ফুল, চলে গেছো কোথায় আমায় ফেলে।